Hi everybody, it's Gina again, and I'm back with just a quick video. I'm going to be talking about lemongrass pretty much for the rest of the video, but just for now I want to give you a quick tour of my backyard. And yes, it needs to be cut, so just kind of ignore that, but I'll explain some reasons as to why it's not cut at this point. On my right here, you'll see that my grapevines are kind of going into dormancy right now. We managed to collect quite a bit of grapes from them over the summer, but they're dying off right now and getting ready to go into the dormant stage, so pretty soon there won't be any leaves left on the vines, and then come spring they will jump back into full vibrancy and start to produce grapes again. Over here on the left, and take a quick walk. Make sure to keep it stable. Over here we have cassava, and there's a little pineapple hidden in here. These are not quite ready for harvesting just yet, but they come in March. They should be pretty ready. And hidden beneath there's a rosemary bush somewhere. But during the Hurricane Matthew, the past month, the wind kind of took all of this and really beat it down. So I just kind of left it in the state that it is. And in a few months we should be able to harvest some cassava. Keep going, and if you look back here, you'll see a lot of what looks like grass, and it is a type of grass. It's called lemongrass. We're going to take a walk towards it so I can talk to you a little bit about that. For those of you who don't know what lemongrass is, this is a very fragrant grass, and like the name suggests, it does taste and smell like lemon when you break it up. It can be used in teas, it can be used for cooking, and actually the Asians have been using this for, I'd say, thousands of years for health benefits. It's got numerous health benefits, from digestion, constipation, colds, stress, you name it, it's got it. I tend to drink it because it is very good for nerve issues. So if you have anything like neuropathy, if you're stressed out, this is a very calming plant. And if you make it into a tea, it's a very calming tea to have at the end of the day. And it is absolutely delicious, and it's extremely easy to grow. So I'm going to show you a few things just to give you an idea of how easy it is to grow. This one, actually all of these here were grown from one mother plant. There were seeds that I collected from time to time, and I just planted a couple seeds, and every year they are chopped down and they come back in the spring with full vibrancy. But they're not just chopped and thrown away. I do harvest some of them for use, but yes, I do have a lot. I'm going to keep walking through here so I can give you an idea of how easy the lemongrass is, how easy it is to grow if you do allow it to go to seed. Right now I show you some that are pretty close to seeding. These are actually going to seed right now, and to show you how easy they are to seed, they probably will seed pretty much anywhere. This is one of my bromeliads, and I've cut this back, and you can see that under here the lemongrass has caught just a little bit of grass in, a little bit of soil in there, and it's rooted itself. And I keep cutting it out, and I think I'm just gonna have to take the entire plant out and separate it from the lemongrass. Back here I've got a papaya that is coming along just nicely. This took quite a beating over while Hurricane Matthew was here, but it still stood its ground. I'm very proud of that. You can see lots of cerasee on this bush right here, and I've harvested some, and there's just no getting rid of it, but that also is a very medicinal plant. Let's take a walk back up here. This is my little pineapple patch that we've got going. We do manage to get pineapples from this. This started from about 3 plants, and it has multiplied into about 12 or 13. I've stopped counting. Right here we've got a prickly pear, and we're going to keep on going. This is a moringa tree. For those of you who are familiar with the moringa, this one also took a beating during Hurricane Matthew. I had to trim it back, chopped off a bunch of branches, but it came back with a vengeance, and you can see all of the new growth on there. Now what you're looking at on the ground, those are called snowdrops, and that's Florida's snow for you. They're tiny little flowers that the bees absolutely love, but from a distance it looks like your ground is absolutely covered in snowdrops. Let's keep walking over here. Just a glimpse of where I have my banana trees. And there's more lemongrass. I have lemongrass all over the backyard, including the front where I use it as a hedge. My banana trees took a beating during the storm and I lost about 4 of them, but quite a few of them are coming back. And there you can see baby on one of them there, and I even have a few babies here as well. Okay, back to lemongrass. Took a little bit of a detour there. What you're looking at here is a lemongrass that I rescued from the ground. It had reseeded, or it had seeded itself, and I kept mowing over it, and it kept coming back. So I decided I was going to just dig it up and stick it in a pot. It's very, very easy to grow. What you're looking at here is a piece that I dug out from one of the plants, just to give you an idea of how easy this is to grow. If you were to purchase this at a grocery store, just look for a piece that has some roots in there, and simply just take that piece, stick it into some water, it'll root itself, and then you just stick it into some soil, and within a few weeks you will have a full-grown lemongrass plant. What you're looking at here is some of the lemongrass that I dried myself and bottled, and I use this for tea as well as for cooking. If I want some of the really fresh stuff, then I just come back out here and I'll dig up some of the stalks, because down at close to the stalk here is where a lot of the flavor is, and this you get a lot of the oil. The oil is really good for your skin. It's good for cooking. It's good for so many things. I use the lemongrass oil, as part of a daily moisturizer that I put on my face. The lemongrass is part of that. But you can use it's such a versatile plant that everybody should have one of these in their yard. I grew up on this. We actually call this fever grass where I grew up in Cayman and in Jamaica. So if I keep saying lemongrass and you're saying, oh my gosh, that looks like something else that I know, it's called fever grass in other places as well. But it is such a versatile plant, so easy to grow, so delicious. Everybody should have one. I'm going to do another short video on how to make the lemongrass tea. It is really so simple though. Simply just chop up a bunch of the pieces, boil in some water, add your favorite sweetener like honey or agave syrup, and enjoy. I hope you learned a little bit from this, and I hope you enjoyed the little tour that I gave you of my backyard. I know it's not in the best shape as far as having the grass cut, but I was going to explain why I occasionally let the grass go quite a bit before cutting it. If you notice, there are a lot of wildflowers, like I mentioned before. One of the reasons why I do that, why I enjoy having the wildflowers, is because I'm not sure if you can see them, but there are a lot of bees flittering from flower to flower. And once see if I can sneak up on some. But I love to keep the wildflowers, some of the wildflowers, tall, because the bees just absolutely enjoy visiting my garden when these are in bloom. So once I've decided what's going to stay, then I will come in and I will give the yard a little bit of a cut. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed the tour, and I hope you've learned a little bit about lemongrass, and maybe you'll go out and purchase a piece and try growing one for yourself. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll be back with more. Thank you.